So we are back, and we have a treat for you now. S.U.D.O, we have been told is a TX group organization. We don't know exactly where they're from within the group.
I think it's a bunch of players, just all part of the TX group company. And a bunch of friends have gotten together. I think they haven't given me too much information about themselves. This is all they would give me when I asked them. S.U.D.O is a team of 2 which know the game, 2 which don't, and 1 who thought he is going to play Go. I don't know what the game Go is.
So Go is the thing that people said that a machine would never be able to beat. It's a game, basically very, very popular. I guess in Asia, China. I played Go once actually with a guy, and I beat him the first time we played, and he told me actually he technically won because he was better than me to start with. I don't know if that's part of the official Go rules or if he just made it up, but needless to say, I never played a second game of Go. So here we are on Inferno. People are joining. They are going to start playing, and Inferno is a difficult map in my opinion. So playing on this map over the years, I have dominated it in times, and I've also been completely owned other times. It's a very tricky map sometimes to make entries into the sites. If the DTs can hold down the sites, it makes for some very, very exciting Counter-Strike. And by the same measure, if the terrorists can keep entering the sites, it can be I've seen some teams over the years be absolutely steamrolled on this map. They just cannot get a single round. It's a tricky map, we can say that much. Again, with CSGO, most of the maps now, they've become fairly balanced. The maps which are not balanced, they end up kind of not being part of the professional pool of maps that you can play. So it's fair to say there is some advantage within the maps, but ultimately it comes down to the players, the teams, and the way they organize themselves. How did these teams do last in their previous games, Charles? Let's have a rerun.
So if we take a look at the rankings, Rakia Crew, they had a pretty good run over the games actually. So they averaged, they scored 11 points in their first game, 10 points in their next game after. So they've been pretty consistent, and I think they've come up with some pretty difficult opponents. Monito, for example, and I think Doodle as well, if I'm not incorrect. But S.U.D.O has also had a pretty good time of it. Their results have been good as well. 15 points scored in the first round, so they really wiped the floor with their opponents. Can't remember exactly who it was off the top of my head. We can take actually a quick look at the schedule here. Right here. So we had, S.U.D.O beat BGO from Serbia, and I can't find Rakia Crew beat Monito, and then also who is next? The 20 Minutes team, Roaring 20s. Now they're also supposed to be quite good as well. They have a couple of esports journalists in that team.
Oh, really?
From the 20 Minutes team. So very interesting there, dynamic there, and I think they have also a pretty good chance to go quite far in the tournament.
So they have potentially.
Sorry about that, just bringing the screen back on.
So 20 Minutes have some esports journalists. That's interesting, right? Esports over the years has been growing. I was just chatting a little bit to Charles about that. So Counter-Strike has become one of the key games in this esports movement. Some of the biggest competitions each year, the prize money is around $500,000 to the team that wins. So as a player in that team, you probably don't get all 100,000 for winning because the team absorbs some of it. You have your manager, your professional massager, your all of your equipment, your flights need to be paid for at the end of the day. But I think, as a pro player now, you can actually make a fairly decent living, and I expect esports to just continue growing. I was saying, Charles, just now, Astralis is probably one of the best teams in the world right now. And they've won around 90 tournaments, or they've taken part, we should say, actually, in about 90 tournaments. And the prize money they've managed to amass so far, being the most successful esports team in the Counter-Strike. Also, they have some teams outside of that, but ultimately that team has made around $8 million. And if you consider that esports has only really been popular for a couple of years now, it's quite a lot of money. So we shall see maybe some people from this tournament, well, maybe they'll be spotted, maybe they'll be signed. Maybe we'll see some of these guys playing on the big stage. Today we will find out. So warm-up is coming to an end. We can see Rakia Crew. They look nicely prepared. S.U.D.O ready. Let's see how this game starts. So let's take it from the CT side. It's always fun to see if CT can shut down the terrorists on this first rush. They're probably going to do I could say they're going to either rush B or A, right? How does that sound? But I'm going to say they're probably going to rush banana, which is B. Let me see if I'm right. Oh, hesitation, actually. They're not going to rush. They've sent a man through the... He's actually faking. This is interesting. He's setting up now for a smoke. He's going to pretend that he's pushing on A, and we have 4 CTs on A. So I think they're going to take this round. Let's see if this CT can shut them down. They're going to come up this... They're actually made a move on mid. They've pushed up middle. They've gone to the wrong side. Had they have pushed big, like I said, they would have had this in the bag. But still, the runaround. This is actually a very interesting tactic. So you push up. You can see the CTs have no clue what's happening. They're all still stood in the CT site.
Dion from Rakia Crew just got wiped out there.
They've taken B site. They've gone through CT spawn. Yeah, we call this runaround, right? So this is a tactic. You push up middle, you go through CT spawn, they're now on B. Now they more than likely know that all the CTs are going to come from this CT spawn area. They kind of don't really have much choice. You have 5 terrorists in the site. This guy with his pistol, long range fight here. He's gonna go down. There's no way he can take this. They might even try and knife him. They're gonna knife him. He's gonna get knifed. That's $1,500 to the guy there. Luke's gets 1,500. This puts him in a really nice position going into the second round. Now, will he buy an assault rifle? We don't know. He probably shouldn't, because if he does buy an assault rifle and he drops it, it gives the CTs. Okay, they've all bought. They've all gone with the assault rifles, a couple of Galils, a couple of AKs. I probably wouldn't have done that. They're going to stack B. This is a good eco tactic, and they're going to come head to heads with the T's. They've thrown a bomb in there. He's taken one down. He's going to go down. He's going to fall. They're going to continue the push. Bomb's down now. This is not really ideal. It's a 3v3. This can go either way now. This is getting really exciting on this B site. He's down. That's a shame. 2 guys left on the site. Pretty low life now on T. CT can take this now. I don't think that they're far away from being able to shut this down. But they just have 2 pistols. 2 pistols versus 3 AKs. Okay, 2v2. He's going to plant. He's going to die planting. He's going to die. He died planting. I told you. Oh my God, we called it. Now they've lost the bomb. 2v1. 2 pistols against the Galil. They need to not push. Do not push. Stay where you are. You've got the bomb. You need him to go and get the bomb now. He's going to lose this. Oh no, he's not. This is getting tense now. 1v1. CT here needs to, with the AK. Brilliant play there from CTs. That is a well-deserved round. Terrorists really screwed it up, in all honesty. S.U.D.O, that was poor form. Really poor form. Your teammates were not covering. Should have played it different. Okay, so going into the next round now, T's don't have any money. They are going to basically eco. This is good though. They've ecoed together. More than likely they lose this round, Charles. But what that means is they have money for the next, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
That's kind of that's a good way to play a losing round like that, especially this early in the game. If you can kill 1 or 2 now, is a good position to be in. You don't necessarily expect to win this round. It's called an eco round. It's really just about sort of maintaining the economy. They get the plant as well. Fantastic. This is a perfect eco play so far. So for planting the bomb, you get like you get 300 for the guy that planted, and you actually end up in a situation where now the CTs have to retake the site. And if you can keep them out of the site, you're going to win. And they got a knife kill, 1,500. Goes to Kid like he's going to drop them with these SMGs. 3v2, more than likely CTs will retake, but that's a very, very good eco round. S.U.D.O played that incredibly well.
So eco rounds are essentially, not to interrupt, but eco rounds are essentially just all about saving money and also earning as much money as you can while having crappy weapons.
Exactly. So the way he hid there in the corner, got the knife kill, he gets 1,500 going into the next round.
Interesting.
They could even choose to eco again this round, and then you would end up with AVPs, big assault rifles, lots of artillery, flashbangs, nades, all of that stuff. But they actually have enough money to buy, and what's interesting now is you see the terrorists are carrying 5 big assault rifles versus a couple of SMGs on the CT side. So going into this round, I think it could be anyone's round. So it looks like T's are going to push through the house. They're going to push up middle. Let's see where he goes. He's more than likely gonna... I mean, they're all on this side of the map right now, so it's more than likely that they're going to move this direction. Yep, this guy's covering mid. Pretty normal. We're probably going to see action first from Nemesis. He's just got the SMG. They're stacking up in the house now, the CT side. Terrorist side. They're going to push slowly. The slow push, right? If you tell your teammates, okay, go slowly. They pulled out the nades. They're going to go for it. Clear the site. Check the blind spots. Malm in a good position here. But he goes down. Reaper's lost a bomb. He's going to try and pick it up for a plant. He should really rush for a plant now. It's more than likely that the CTs are coming through the site. One goes down. There's one left. 2v1 now. He doesn't really have the gun for this position now. This SMG is going to cause him some difficulty. Terrorists just need to stay out of his way. He's going to molly out the site. See how that affects this player. He's out of it, so it's not going to touch him.
Is that a good idea to Molotov that right there?
So you can push people out of hiding, right?
Yeah.
But
he did not do that.
No. But you can
2v2, 2-2. This is a pretty good game so far, huh?
Yeah, I mean the plays so far have been what I would call textbook plays. So I think I'm not entirely sure about Rakia Crew. I believe they've got a couple of players. You only need 1 or 2 good players in the team to tell the other people what to do. Then some people, they have, skill in terms of the aim and things like that. But like knowing the maps, knowing the positions, knowing how to play the rounds is really how you win Counter-Strike games. It's a team game, and it can be confusing to new players in terms of like how much it is a team game, So they are going to hold here on Banana. They're faking. They've thrown the smokes in. That's going to force the CTs to rotate. But the CTs are not believing in it, right? They're holding. There's a molly coming in. They're remaining on this side of the map, and we're going to see them start to fight over here. They've played that well. They didn't get faked out. The terrorists tried to fake them. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Bombs down now. This is a bad situation for the T side. S.U.D.O, they're dropping them at least. Coming out of house. There's a 4v3 here in library. Rakia Crew, Elijah, can he do anything? He's gone down. Headshots, unreal. Okay, so this round more than likely going to go to the T side now. 4v2, it will be unlikely. This guy, if he plays it well, he could pick up a gun maybe. He might be looking for a gun. The CT. Oh, very interesting. But he's got 12 HP and 2 more guys to kill. It's probably not going to happen for him, but, we've seen it happen before. So he's got an AK. He should run away now. See, he should have, at that moment there, he should have just took that AK and run. So as a CT, you can actually stay alive, right? Like as being one of the good guys, you can be alive to fight another day.
If you don't die in the round?
Exactly, yeah.
But terrorists die no matter what?
Yeah, terrorists should die no matter what, kind of.
Okay.
As a CT, because they're like these sort of suicide bomber characters, I guess, right? But I think as a CT in that position, if he had saved that AK, I could be wrong about that, actually. I think as a CT, maybe...
So wait, hold on. What do we see going on here? Kid-like is separated from the rest of the group. So what is he doing over there?
So
if you take up the map, you can see down on the mid. What does that mean? Everybody's playing. Is he faking out right there?
I guess so. They've thrown. They're all in completely the wrong side. CTs are on the other side of the map. I guess we have an ambulance here going by. I don't know if you guys could hear. But yeah, now don't believe CT are going to do much. They're also kind of on an eco, right? No weapons. One of them's got armor.
So they're just trying to stay alive or rather not give too much money to the other.
We'll try and see some
team.
exit kills here from John. He's going to just chill here. Hopefully they're going to come back down banana and maybe he kills one, maybe he grabs an AK. They've forced them to stay in the site, actually. That was actually a really nice play from CT. What they managed to do was destroy some of the armor on the terrorists, and they actually managed to kill 2 of the terrorists, right? So there was
a little bit of extra money for them.
Yeah, a little bit of extra money, plus now they have to rebuy, they have to spend their money to sort of refill that economy gap. Going into the next round, we're seeing assault rifles on nearly everybody. 2 to 4 so far. This game is close. I don't think anyone can call it yet. We are seeing the terrorists coming now. There seems to be some people sort of falling behind in spawn. I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to push up banana now. Nades
some
going
good grenades
right
there.
Yeah,
seem like they know what they're doing.
This is standard like B rush. This would be called, right? Like you just say, okay, let's rush B. Nades in, let's go.
Yeah.
But now they've hesitated, and it's going to cost them. They've dropped the bomb. We keep seeing people today running out with the bomb, and it really counts negatively, you know. Let's see what happens here. Bomb's going down. Bomb's down. 4v2 now. 4v3, sorry. One guy with 2 HP, he's gone. He takes him out. Holding the back of the site here. Barrett goes down. Last terrorist alive.
Can he plant?
No, it's down. The bomb is down now, and he's going to have to try and defuse. And
so he's faking the shooting right there, right?
Yeah,
to make him
they're
stop
both
planting.
faking. He wins.
Oh, what a defuse!
Brilliant. So in that situation, it's often quite difficult that they say pros never fake, right? Like this is one of the CS:GO things that you'll hear people say.
Right.
And what that means is once you start the defuse, it's quite common, like when you press the defuse button, the other player will hear you press the button, right? So then they know, okay, he's now defusing, so I can go and kill him. So then in that situation, you need to fake, right? You press the button, but then you get ready to fight. And as that guy comes running around the corner to kill you, you kill him, and then you carry on with the defuse. But the saying is pros never fake. He didn't fake and he got the round. So
awesome. Okay,
that was a really nice play. 3v4, very, very tight game. Smoke here on mid.
Just a reminder to everybody watching, this is the final bracket. So single elimination, which means that we don't need to do, there's no point system, right? So we don't need to play 16 rounds total. It's whoever gets to 9 rounds first. So this is a very close game so far, and honestly, I'm glad to be here for it.
Yeah, we will see. So it's going to be first to 9 points then, I'm guessing. So not much happening here. Terrorists have got the bomb down. They're going to maintain positions in the site. CTs look like they're not really going to go for it. They're peeking a little bit. They want to try and pick off 1 or 2, but I think they're not going to go for a defuse. Probably now they're going to retreat, right? As a CT right now, you're probably just going to run away. You know, throw in your nades. He's losing his gun. Simple as that. So this round will go to S.U.D.O. Another one for the T side, making it 3 for 5.
I've got a couple updates now that the round is over. Now we're at halftime. So, looks like Doodle lost to Tutti 9-0. Goldbach Grinders won against Job Cloud Cloudians, although the guy that told me that didn't specify a score. I'll get back to you on that. That's all the news we have for the moment. Now, Michael, why don't you tell me a little bit about this map? I know we were talking about it earlier, but maybe for any new viewers out there, we can talk about, I mean, what's the best play now that they've switched sides? Rakia Crew needs to gain some ground on TX Zürich. So what should be their play? To rush one bomb site every single time?
I think it depends if the other team can shut you down or not. Sometimes the first round here, you want to sort of sniff out your competition and understand what they're going to try and do. CT's made a big push down banana and they paid for it heavily. So it looks like that tactic didn't quite work. They were maybe hoping to catch them off guard, right? If sometimes T's would rush B, like you were just asking what would be a good plan, opening plan. So you would rush the site, and actually what happened was CTs come running down, and they planned to catch them off guard, but it didn't work. It was unlucky. So we will see what happens now. But that's a good round for T. Closes the gaps now 4 for 5. And moving into the next round. So now we should see some kind of eco buying. Eco, from the CTs buying on the T side. T's are going to pack up some AKs. I don't know if Dijon is going to buy here. I would hope that he does. A couple of nades here now on Beric. Beric's got a nade. So is Luke's. They're going to throw them down banana. Here we go, as I said. Does it connect? No connection. They didn't come. They've gone the other side of the map. CT making the same move as last round. It looks like already T's are on the other side of the map with the bomb. They're going to get the plant. This is probably going to go 5 for 5. But we see now already the CTs are starting to rotate back through spawn. And
so they're all the way in the back there. They're suspicious of someone over at A.
well, if you push B fast enough, and you don't hear people, then you can kind of come and you can know, okay, they're not here. They're more than likely back at A. They rotated back, but if they had some slightly better guns right now, it would probably be better for them. But they just don't have the economy for that. 4v1, he's gonna just hover here, waiting for an exit kill. If you can get an exit kill, pick up an AK, that's a good way to play. He's playing as you would expect. Let's see. Not much to say about this. This is standard play here. Hang around. He needs to move away a bit. They're going to push him. Got the AK. Keeps the AK, got 2 kills.
Wow. That's a good play right there.
That is the exit play, right?
Okay.
You just hang around waiting and seeing what happens.
So who would you say is the favorite to make it to 9 rounds first?
Wow. I mean, right now we see 5v5 is, I think, impossible to call it. We're seeing what I would call kind of usual Counter-Strike now. I guess now we've got through the qualifiers, we're seeing the players that potentially have had more years. I mean, this game has been online from obviously 1.6 came first, and this is Global Offensive, but I think CS came out, I guess, in the year 2000. Let me just check. 8th of November 2000. CS:GO CS 1.0 was released. It was built on top of the Half-Life engine. That came out 8th of November, year 2000. So, that's now, what year are we in? 2020 or 2021?
Something like that.
Wow. 20 years. So I didn't start playing in 2000. I probably started playing in 2001. So I have 19 years experience in this game. And I would imagine that some of these players also have, right? There was, for the CSGO world, there was kind of a dip in the middle of that 20-year period.
Yeah.
And then Counter-Strike, I should say. Counter-Strike 1.6 being the sort of last game that people played competitively.
Gotcha.
Then a little bit later came Half-Life 2, which obviously the first Half-Life was the first game. Then we had Half-Life 2, and then eventually we had CSGO, which has been now around, I guess, for about 5 years and is one of the most popular games in the world, basically. CT's here. Not much going on. Bomb is down. They've got bomb control. It's down in the pit.
They've got the bomb down. Oh, no, it's on. Yeah,
it's down there on the floor. Yeah.
Gotcha.
We have
another kill right there from the Rakia Crew. Velia.
This could go. 10 seconds to go if he can stay alive. We nearly saw a team kill there. The terrorist was looking the wrong way, shooting at his body. They had a couple of seconds left to go in the end of that round, and if the bomb hadn't have gone down, CTs could have won it. So again, incredibly tight. 6 for 5. This game is neck and neck. So what do we see now? Not much economy on the CT side. They seem to have half bought. This is probably not a good place to be right now, but they have bought armor at least. So you know, there's a chance they could get a kill, push for a kill. That looks like what they're going to try and do. They have armor, so if they can now, 4 of them can push a guy here, get an AK, but he's hesitated and it's going to cost him. He's going to run away. he's got his pistol and he's going to run away. His buddies are hiding here in the site.
So it seems like whoever's been on the terrorist side first, well, in general, has had a little bit of an advantage in the map, because we went through halftime and TX Zürich had, I think, even a 2-round lead, and now that's been cut, and Rakia Crew are leading again. So,
yeah,
what do you make of that?
So, in my opinion, I think this map, I prefer to play this map as a CT. I think as a CT, you have more advantage. You can hold the angles. There's a lot of hard angles in this map where the corners of the walls are and things like that, and it means that you can sort of hold the sites quite well. And it's also a very fun map, in my opinion, to play as a CT. This guy's going to die now, I'm almost certain. He's going to get the frag. I cannot predict this today at all. Guy up here on the box. I mean, T's have taken the B site. Bomb's going to go down. CT's coming up now from CT spawn. They have 1 kill. It's now a 2v2. Nice play. They're going to push here slowly through ruins, and I don't know. The bomb, he heard the bomb, you saw it, he heard the bomb, he pushed at the right time, and he wins the round. 6 for 6. Wow, what a game so far. So I think it'll be interesting to see either of these two teams in the next bracket at least. So we don't yet know who they will be playing, but I would say both of these teams are playing Counter-Strike the way it should be played. They're more or less doing the economy correctly. They're buying together, they're working as a team, and let's see what happens now. CT are making a heavy push. No, he's making it, and this guy, he's going to run back. And only 1 player over towards the A site. He's going to peek, he's pushing a bit, he wants to see. There's a guy here in the smoke, I believe, on the right. He doesn't know he's there. Very tense moment. So they're pushing up through the house in a moment here with the bomb. It looks like terrorists are going to make a move towards the A site. I think Luke's here might come into some very interesting action. If I was him, I'd be looking over this wall a little bit, though. They're going to be able to come all the way out the house, and you don't really want to let them get out of the house.
This is quite tense.
See, like this, Luke's here should be looking over this wall, because if they can get out, they're out. Now this is probably game over. Luke's is going to go down. No, he didn't peek. Okay, I take it back. He took 2, and they've shut it down. Oh, unbelievable!
So you expected CT to not be able to pull that off right there, that defense?
Yeah, more or less. There was 3 guys about to come out the house. And he wasn't exactly looking at them. You want to stop them coming out the house. That's kind of, you want to trap them in the house, because then they can't move. If they can't move, they can't plant the bomb.
Gotcha.
Right? That's kind of the play. So 6 for 7 now. We may even see an overtime knife round. That could be exciting. Again, CTs are going to push down banana, throwing in the nades, retreat a little bit. They got a couple of nades in there, did a little bit of damage. 1 goes down. We're having a rotate here. I mean, this looks to me right now like it would go to the CT side. If I was them, I'd be making a rush back to the other side now. They should rush now back to the A side, but another one's going to come behind him. He's gone down. They know that they've rotated, so they know that they've pushed out of the A site. They really now should move, and they're going to move. This is the traditional kind of play that I would expect. But the CTs know that it's going to happen, right? That's the thing with CS. You have to second guess your team. You more than likely know what your opponent's doing or thinking. There's going to be... He's looking the wrong way. They're going to come out the house. They're out the house. He's taking them down. This is a really
3v2.
play. Yeah, this is... I mean, the life on the T's here is a little low, but they're going to get the plant for money. And let's see if they're... I mean, this is now the T's opportunity. Now it's the 3v1. Oh, and it's down there. They just need to defuse.
Wow, so
Nemesis
there's a long way back for Rakia Crew at this point.
lays on the floor. He's finished.
He's done. He's ready for a nap.
Finished. Okay, so 6-8.
6-8. Yeah, Rakia Crew has to win the next 3 rounds in a row to progress to the next stage.
So what do we have here? Kind of T-buy looks a little bit light. Is he going to buy up more? We're not seeing much smokes or nades being played out, but this is mostly because Orp on mid, he missed the shot. Mostly they don't have the money, right? Because they've been going round for round, neither team has had the money for nades. And Inferno is one of those maps where you really want to push, like the nades and the smokes and the mollies and these sorts of things. But yeah, let's see what happens now. Eric sitting in the back. AVP here on Luke's 3v3.
Yeah, Luke's has been doing really well these rounds. So why did he shoot there into the smoke?
Probably just trying to hit a lucky shot.
Gotcha. Oh, he lost his AWP.
We can see here the scores. Luke's is actually our #1 player right now. Let's get back to the action. 2v2. The life's lower on CT side. Is down though, so this is not a good situation for the terrorists. They don't have the bomb control, and if DTs are probably going to get the round now. 2v1. They can hear him firing. They take him down.
Wow.
So yeah, going back to the scoreboard here.
Yeah, Rakia Crew could pull this off. They win the next round. What a game we have here, folks.
So 22 kills from Luke, 17 from the Villager. I guess we say that name like that. Kid likes bringing some action, but on the T side, we're not seeing so much. Let's see what they can bring. 7 for 8. They are playing it well. I guess they're sharing the kills around. Smokes off mid. Pushing, it seems like on the B side, on the A side of the map, sorry. Pushing through house. Kid like is pushing a little bit hard, but that already behind him. He's probably looking the wrong way, but he doesn't know they're there. I think he's going to push through the house unknowingly. Oh, and look at this. He might even get a knife here. No, he's going to the kill. He's got the bomb. Well played. But teammate coming to the rescue here. Nade's going to go out. He's got 100 HP. What's he going to hit him for? Oh, nothing. A bug in the game, we can say. Rotates are happening on CT side here. Flashbang. Everyone exchanging shots here. Bombs down. It's a bit of a scramble right now. Hard to say who's going to come out on top.
Although it is 2-4, I mean, you'd have to favor.
Yeah, this is. I mean, and the bomb's also on the ground.
TX Zürich as well.
The bomb is on the ground here.
Yeah.
In that doorway, yeah.
Oh, and that's it, folks. What a game! Best game that we've seen so far on this stream. Wow! Congratulations to TX Zürich. In the next round, you guys will be playing, I believe, Tutti, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll be back real soon with the next game for you guys.